Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Shadowbox Small, dark sky friendly, indoor-outdoor wall sconce. This is going to be the 32661, part of a series of Hubbardton Forge Shadowbox sconces. Check them all out. Let's talk about for a second the differences between dark sky friendly and dark sky compliant lighting fixtures. So in the United States, there's actually a private corporation called the International Dark Sky Association that owns the rights and the trademark to the entire dark sky compliancy issue. Not only do they set the limits and the specifications about what fixtures can be dark sky compliant, but they charge lighting manufacturers for the right to use their certification and certificate on their fixtures. Hubbardton Forge manufactures their dark sky friendly fixtures to the exact same specifications as if they were going to be dark sky compliant. They just choose not to pay for that lighting certificate from Dark Sky International. So if you're going in front of a HOA, like a homeowners association, maybe a zoning administrator, someplace that is going to require dark sky certificates for your lighting that you need to purchase for your project, you might want to come to us first and ask for the data sheets. The data sheets are going to show that these are dark sky, well, made to the same specifications of dark sky compliant, just not using that certificate. So you can take those to the board or whoever you're going to be seeing before you order your fixtures, which is a very good idea, and you can be well armed with the correct data to present to them. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself, and that's going to be 8.5 inches tall. The width on it is coming in at 7 inches. Projection from the wall is only 4 inches out from the wall, 4 inches. So that means this qualifies to be ADA compliant. That's Americans with Disabilities Act that says the sconce can only come out from the wall up to 4 inches to be ADA compliant, which means that if you're an architect or an interior designer, maybe you want to use this in a doctor's office or a hotel or a restaurant, you can do that without any problem at all. If you're a homeowner, this would be great to use outside, but it'd also be great to use inside because it's so flush to the wall. You could use a row of these in a hallway, maybe in a stairway, because it's going to project light down. It's an awesome fixture for that. Let's get into some of the little details on it. So this is only 4.2 pounds. It's very light. The back plate on it is 4.6 by 4.6, which is going to go over your 4-inch junction box just fine. Mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box, is coming in at 5 inches. I want to show you a little more information about that, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you are on the page for this fixture on our site, look over that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how it goes together, but it's going to show you some very good line drawings, schematic drawings of the back of this and the inside of this, so you'll see the placement of the socket and how it goes onto your junction box. Take advantage of that because they're on all of those Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is going to be using one of these. This is a medium base socket. We all grew up with this very simple, easy to get bulb. The bulb recommended on this is going to be an A15. You'll notice an A15 is a little smaller than an A19, which would be about that big. That's a normal size bulb. These are used all over the place. So people use these A15s in garage door openers and refrigerators and ceiling fans. They pack a big punch in a little bulb, so they're pretty cool. So A15 on this one, if you want to stick with an incandescent, you can do that up to 60 watts. But if you want to go LED like this, which I probably picked up at a Home Depot or just a local hardware store, it's really whatever you can get into that glass. There's going to be a rain shield, and that's a piece of glass that comes down, and you saw that in your installations instructions parts list, and it's going to show you that's the only limitation, is getting the bulb into that. So I can find this bulb quite a bit all over the place in different ways. I can find it as a 40 watt equivalent. I can find it as a 60 watt equivalent LED, and I've also found this as a 75 watt equivalent LED on Amazon. So again, easy to find. But you can also pick it up at probably even your local hardware store. I even have seen these in my grocery store in Vermont. So if I can find them there, you can find them pretty much everywhere. The color of the light on these LEDs, are always going to offer them to you in different ways. 2700 Kelvin is going to be super yellow, like a setting sun. They're also going to offer these bulbs to you in something called daylight. You have to be really careful because that sounds like sunlight, but it's not. Daylight is going to be a bluish white light, 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white. That's 3,000 Kelvin. That's the light coming down on this table right now. These are 3,000 Kelvin warm white, soft white LEDs that are used here. And it's probably a bulb just like this one, quite honestly. The other thing is, if you're going to be using this in a situation, maybe around a pool, maybe you're going to have it in a screened-in porch or someplace like that, and you want to dim it, just make sure you buy dimmable versions of these. Tell your installer you're using dimmable LEDs if you go in that direction. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world at Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.